Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Elden Ring. So this is another video we are going to be doing, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys step by step from the very start when you create your character and you head up the elevator to freedom, how to go about getting a +3 weapon really quickly. It's very simple, there's very little you truly need to do, just a bit of running around and gathering up a few different things, and you'll be set. You can do this in just a few minutes, and going from a +0 to a +3 weapon is going to make your time so much easier with this game, especially if you're a new player and you're new to these types of games. This video should help you out quite a bit. So we are in the main starting area. This is the first site of grace, really, that you're going to be encountering. There's an NPC we can talk to, but we're going to leave him alone for now. So from this site of grace, you'll see a big old golden knight on a horse, and you kind of want to head in his direction. You don't want to get too close because he is a boss that will probably beat you quite consistently. So we are going to just kind of go around him. His aggro range is not too wide, so we can get around him just fine. You want to head towards these ruins behind him. This is the Church of Ella, and we are heading here because, well, there's another site of grace, and it's also on the way. So don't forget to pick up items if I forget to which button it is and I accidentally drink. That's fine, but this is the Church of Ella. I believe that's how that's pronounced. And here's our first site of grace. So this is where we're going to want to be. And from here, what you want to do is you want to head over, and you can talk to the merchant if you so choose, but we're going to ignore him for now. You want to head over to this table. This is where you're going to be upgrading your weapons for the start. And you come here because you can pick up a smithing stone. So that's one. Now you'll see that there is a tier of smithing stone and the amount we just picked up. So if I go back to my inventory and we go here, this is a smithing stone, and if you look at the top, it'll have 1 in the brackets. So this would reinforce armaments up to +3. So we need 12 of these in order to upgrade our weapon to +3. And then you do need to progress in the game a bit further in order to unlock the ability to upgrade your weapons past +3, but for now, this is just going to show you guys how to get to +3 early so that these early bosses aren't nearly as difficult to do. So from the Church of Ella, you want to head to the northeast, and you want to hit the road, and you'll see a soldier with a torch, and if you see him, you're heading in the right direction. Now I'm playing as the Vagabond. You do not have to play with this class. You can do this with any starting class. I personally prefer the Vagabond because I do love the halberd, and it comes in really handy for one of the areas we do need to go through, because there's a few enemies that the halberd works great on. Now there are some soldiers here. If you want to deal with them, you're more than welcome to. You can mostly just run past them though. And what you want to do is you want to keep following the road to the northeast until you come across the statue and this encampment. Now you want to ignore the encampment for now. There's no reason to go to it. You want to head to the right towards east. And if you look just barely, you can make it out in front of us. There is a site of grace we're heading directly to. Now this is important because that is where we're going to unlock the ability to level up and the ability to ride our horse. So there is a bit of running you need to do, so the horse is going to make this a lot faster and a lot easier, but at the same time, you know, you also want to be able to level up and whatnot, so this is basically a mandatory grace spot that you're going to want to head to. Now there's a cutscene here. I'm just going to skip past it and skip past the dialogue as fast as possible so I don't spoil anything for you guys, because you guys might want to see the cutscene for yourself. It's a really well done cutscene, so I highly recommend checking out for yourself if you haven't already. And there is the whistle we need. And now we'll be able to ride a horse. So we're going to leave here. We're going to throw on the ring here. And there we are. And now we can get on Torrent. So from this site of grace, what you want to do is you need to go to 2 locations. One, you can head to the left. You can do this either way, but we need to head to the left first of all, and then we'll head back the way we're coming from. Past the encampment in just a second. But I head to the left first, to this bridge. Now I do want to warn you guys, there is a mini-boss that you're going to be dealing with on this bridge if you come here at night. So if you are not sure about getting away from him, come here during the day. So morning or noon. There's a beetle here with a Ashes of War. So make sure to kill him, just so you get its determination, which can be a decent skill. And you'll see the black horseman there. Usually it's just a little small horseman guy, but that is a boss, a mini-boss that you'll be dealing with. But you want this item here, because this is a smithing stone. So You can aggro him, but you can get away just fine. That is the Knight's Cavalry mini-boss. And he spawns at night, so you can only encounter him at night. Normally, the horse guy in front of us is the kind of guy you would see on the bridge, and they're not too difficult to deal with, but because we are during the night, we're going to be dealing with the mini-boss. But he is de-aggroed for now, and he'll run back to the bridge eventually. He'll de-aggro. So we're fine. But we wanted to head to the bridge to grab that smithing stone. Now that we're here again, that's the site of grace we were just at. You want to run through this encampment. If you have Torrent, it's not too bad. You just need to run past these guys. And you're going to want to come to this pillar here and pick up the item that's sitting here, because this is a map piece. That's just going to help you out in general, so that it's easier to navigate. And then there's also another site of grace here that you can pick up if you are so deciding. But you want to keep coming through here to the storm gate. You got to watch out for the giant that's going to jump down. So head to the left here. Use Torrent to jump over the rocks. And then you're going to want to follow this road up past the barricades. And it's a pretty straight line. You got another soldier guy here. You can ignore all of these guys, though. It's not a problem. And you simply follow the road, and you'll come to this little tree here. And then you want to get off Torrent, or stay on him, whichever. Pick this up. This is a golden seed. You can upgrade your crimson flasks, or your flask of cerulean tears. Basically, your tears flasks you can upgrade. And you want to grab that, because that's going to be important, and it's on the way anyway. Not related to the upgrading of weapons, but still. And then you want to head to the northeast from here to this little abandoned campsite here. And you want to come here because there is 3 smithing stone shards. So very important, there's 3 of them there, which is going to make your life so much easier. So now that you have that, you can either run back to that site of grace where we got our horse, or you can simply fast travel back. And it is the Agil Lake North Gray spot you want to go to. We're just going to fast travel for the sake of the video, make things quicker. But you want to fast travel back there, and then we've got 1 cave we need to clear. And there's going to be some enemies we're going to have to fight, but they're not too difficult as long as you're careful and you take them one by one, especially if you've got something like the halberd that will stagger them. You're going to be okay, but you can do it with any of the classes. I do recommend having a shield if possible, because it will make your life a bit easier. But all you need to do is you need to head to the south from that gray spot, and you're looking for the big lake here. Now, you don't want to head to the middle of the lake towards the fire that's out there. If you get too close to that, there will be a boss that will spawn. But as long as you just drop down and you follow the cliffside on your right, you'll see some turtles hanging out and whatnot. You just want to keep going this way to the northwest, and you'll find a cave. And this is the cave you're looking for. This is the Limgrave tunnels. So once we're through here, we are pretty much safe. I'm going to show you guys on the map where we are. We are right here. This is the entrance. This is the gray spot we just came from. So you're going to head down, drop down here, and then just follow up to the Limgrave tunnels. So once you're in here, simply grab the lift and head down. There'll be a spot of grace, so don't worry. If you do die, it is not the end of the world. It is right here. So if you do die, it's fine. There's also a boss down here that I will be showing you guys how to easily beat. Very, very easily. It's one of the easiest bosses in the game to beat. And there's also a summoning pool here, so if you get stuck down here, you can summon help. So when you come through here, these guys are the enemies you're going to want to be dealing with. Now, the reason I have the halberd, and I love the halberd, is because this area is so much easier with it, because you can just stagger these guys. So we can just literally just spam the attack button, and these guys are staggered. They can't do anything to us. Very easy. And they have a lot of health, but you want to pick up the stones they're mining, because that's another smithing stone shard. We got 1 per. Now you can get a total of 10 in this area. So it's very important. You can also backstab these guys. The ones that are mining will not aggro unless you hit them, but you do want to kill them so you can get the stones they are mining. And it's just a simple matter of going through one by one. You can backstab them, which is very nice. And then with the halberd, we can just stagger them repeatedly until they're dead. And then we can collect the shiny rocks that they're mining, which is another smithing stone shard. So that's 2 so far we've gotten in this cave. There's another one over here. So we need to backstab this guy. And we're just going to take him out. And basically we're going to clear this entire cave, and that will give us the rest of the smithing stone shards we need. And you also will have access to one Somber Smithing Stone Shard, which will allow you to upgrade unique weapons you get from bosses and whatnot. Another guy here. Simply just take him out. And like I said, with the Halberd here, it's really simple. I love the Vagabond class. I do personally feel as though it is the strongest starting class. And we do have some rats here. Another reason the Halberd is good with the wide sweeping attacks. Take these guys out, and then we should be clear to grab the other Smithing Stone Shard that's back here on the body. There's another one. So if we take a look at our inventory here, and we go to Smithing Shards, we have 9. We need 12 in order to upgrade. If you go through this area, and you grab the 2 shards, the one on the bridge and the one past the small golden tree with the golden seed, you're going to have a total of 14, so you're going to have a little bit left over. But it's always nice to have some leftovers. You can always put that towards another weapon if you have a secondary one you're liking, or maybe you find another weapon you'd like to upgrade. So that right there is a drop-off point. It's kind of hidden. That's how we get to the boss, and also how we get to the Somber Smithing Stone Shard. But for now, you want to just follow the lift all the way down, and this will get you your remaining shards. So when you come through here, you are going to, well, this will get us most of the remaining shards. There's a dog in here, so recommend taking him out. There's going to be another dog that's going to aggro on you, so you're going to have to be careful. Now, we just picked up large glintstone scrap. That's very important because that will be how we deal with the boss very easily. So do not use those, and just hold on to them for the time being, and I'll explain them in here in just a moment. We got the dog here, and we take him out. This is why the shield's nice, because shields help with the dogs quite a bit. One more guy here, and that will be this little area cleared. And we can get 2 more Smithing Stone Shards here. And he's taken out. So there's another stone here, and there'll be another one over here. It's kind of dark. If you don't have a torch, you need to come over to this dark corner, and then come over here to the left, and you will find another one. So with those pieces we just picked up, we have a total of 11. So we need 1 more. Now, we can drink our flask of Crimson Tears here. And there'll be another location that we can go to get another Smithing Stone Shard if you happen to miss one. That is right next to this area. So we'll keep going, but if we come down to it and we need it, we can go there too. It's very close, and it's actually a really important area because you can get some other nice items. So what you need to do is ride the elevator back up, and you can either drop off or you can ride it back down. I ride it back down, and then I drop off. There's a statue here, so if you die, you can choose to spawn here, which is really nice, but there's going to be more Smithing Stone Shards here, which is going to give us the right amount that we do need. So if you have any items, such as throwing knives, we do not, you can actually draw the aggro of these guys and make yourself have a bit of an easier time through. So we're going to aggro him, and he can shoot some fire at you, so be careful. It's got quite a deceptively long range. But the guys that are mining won't really aggro unless you attack them. So make sure to take out the warden here first. 1 stamina bar will take him out. There'll be another warden here. So you want to take him out. And there's a guy sitting there that will aggro as well, so be careful of that. And all we need is our stamina back, and we can take this guy out as well. We did gonna get lucky there, walking underneath the firebomb through. But as per usual, not too difficult. And then we got this guy. And he is currently mining another Smithing Stone Shard, which should be the final one we need. And there we are. So there's a Smithing Stone, another one, and I believe there's one more over here. No, glintstone scrap. Okay. So this is another item that you may want for the boss. And it's a good time to explain these. So these are awesome, and what these do is they cost FP to use, and you equip them just like you would a firebomb or a throwing knife, and they scale off your intelligence. Now the large glintstone scrap is just a better version of the glintstone scrap, just a larger version. The small one costs 4 FP per use, The large one costs 10. And these are limited use items. What happens is you break these, and it will produce magic bolts that will target whatever you're targeting. They're very, very strong. If you're confident in your skills on taking out bosses, you can save them and use them for a tougher boss, or you can simply use them on this boss, which is what I'm going to do, just to show you guys how easy it is with those items. Just in case, because the boss gives you a really, really cool item that I think is really, really nice, especially for certain builds. So we definitely want to take him out. So there's another smithing stone shard, and if we take a look at our inventory, we've got 13. So that's all we need, and we actually have 1 spare left over. So there is your +3 weapon, ready to go. So very, very nice. Now this is the last little location here. This is where the boss is going to be. So what I highly recommend you do is ride this elevator up and come to the corner here, and roll off onto this item edge. Gives you a golden rune, which is, it's okay. And then there'll be a white shiny here. This is a somber smithing stone, and it can be used to upgrade a boss weapon or unique weapons of that caliber. So now that we're here, this is the boss. As soon as you walk through here, you're going to be fighting a giant guy. You can kind of see him and just make him out on the other side. So what I recommend doing here is I recommend you grab the large glintstone scraps if you want an easy time with this boss, and you can even put the small ones on just for safety. Get them ready, open the door, and then as soon as you get through here and you can lock onto him and you can start using items, just spam the items on him. Make sure you're locked onto his chest though, and just spam these as much as you can. This provides you an easy time with the boss. As you can see, hit him a couple times, get up to him, do the riposte, and he's very low on HP now. Now, we're going to get hit there a little bit, so we're going to heal. And he's dead. So not a perfect run through, but as you can see with those glintstone scraps, he is a very simple and easy boss to beat. Nothing more really in the boss room here. Just an item you get from killing him, and some more runes. And then you have a return to entrance interaction right here. Now the item we just got from him, this is not particularly covering that item, but it's a little bit of a bonus. If we go to our equipment and we go down to talismans, this is the Roar Medallion, which enhances roars and breath attacks. So if we read the description, a bronze medallion depicting a roaring giant enhances roars and breath attacks. In ancient times, the giants were mortal enemies of the Erd Tree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggered avalanches, and whipped up storms of flame. So if you have gotten to the dragon moves that you can have, where you can breathe fire and whatnot, this medallion will enhance those and make them do more damage. So it's a very nice medallion if you're going for dragon moves or draconic abilities. But that is it. If we simply head to our fast travel menu here, we can fast travel back to the church, which is where you upgrade your weapon at the start. And we can get our halberd or our longsword, whatever we want, we can upgrade that to +3. Now you do have an NPC that will spawn, but you can simply just go back here. Strength and armament. We have enough runes to upgrade. Halberd +1, halberd +2, halberd +3, and the armament cannot be strengthened any further at the smithing table. So we look at our weapon, halberd +3, which is going to make our lives so much easier. Whatever weapon you do choose, you may want to save those smithing shards and upgrade a different weapon of your choice. But there you go, there's a +3 weapon. Start to finish, brand new character, all the way to a +3 weapon in a very short amount of time, and an easy boss kill for you guys to get a nice talisman as well. So hopefully this was a helpful video. If it was, make sure to give it a like. If you're new to the channel, always consider subscribing, as it does help me out so much. And I am really, really enjoying this game. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys are loving the game as much as I am, because it is a blast. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next video, because I do daily videos for this game. As many as I can. I'm trying to get as many videos out, because I do love this game, and it's so much fun to make content for it. So if you guys are excited for that, keep an eye out for it, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.